We climbed up the stairs and went outside. I was smoking a cigarette right outside the door when I realized I'd forgotten that I had stashed away my yellow jacket. I walked back down the stairs to go get it. The mob of bouncers collecting the trash cans at the bottom of the stairs wouldn't let me go look for it. "What the hell?" I exclaimed. "I'm such an idiot," I told them. "Please, let me go look. I need that jacket. It's down here somewhere." They asked if I knew where it was. When I told them I didn't, they told me to call the bar tomorrow, and if the cleaning guy found it, I could come pick it up. "God damn it," I let out without thought. My neck was tilted back, directing my ejaculation upwards. Proof through negation? I asked myself. Couldn't be. "I'm getting the vibe you want to fight," I yelled, loud enough for Sam to hear. Standing at the bar, he appeared to be ignoring me purposefully. I showed the raised red scars from the accident. "Look at my arm." Sam must have seen my extended limb and known I could handle the pain. He came over. "We don't want to fight, man. We're just tired and want to finish our job and go home. It's late. Get some sleep." Sam walked away and I was crushed. I wanted to fight him so bad. Infinite were the ways he might beat me. I left in tears, with nothing to protect me if it rained. Back waiting at the top of the stairs, smoking, I told myself to leave, and that Sam was probably too tired to fight. But there was another part of me that said Sam wanted to fight, so I stayed, smoked another cigarette, and kept waiting. The bartenders and the waitress had already left, and when I heard the sound of feet clanging on the stairs, I got super excited. I knew it must be the bouncers trudging up the stairs, and with them would come Sam. When they emerged, they were slipping their wallets into their back pockets and exchanging mean jokes and goodbyes. They all looked tired, which was confusing because they also looked happy. Sam looked up from the ground and saw me. "Hello," I said. "Jesus fucking Christ," was his response. I knew then that he wanted to fight me. "Fight me," I said through a taut jaw, with my vision buried at the pavement before Sam's feet. "Is that the guy?" a bouncer even bigger than Sam asked. "Yeah. I'll see you at home. Fuck. Give me a call soon, just to be safe." I'll never forget the look they shared. I was so scared. Might my dream actually come true? The two giants were still smiling at each other, and Sam said, "I think I've got to. It'll be fine." He turned and looked at me and said, "Let's go over to the Diag." "No. Let's go right here," I screamed, pointing down the alley towards the dumpster. I was terribly excited to get it over with. "Patience, my friend. You are getting your wish. You could have hit me all night, so if you don't mind, let's go over to the grass, where there are no cops and neither of us can bonk our heads on cement." As we walked, only the two of us now, I felt my heart pounding. I wished it would pound out of my chest, beat its way down the pavement to Main Street, onto the freeway, and away. I remember being struck with an awful jolt of pride when I turned that poetic phrase "walking to fight Sam," even in spite of my inebriated state. I could hear my mother's apprehension creeping into the tone of that demonic voice. "It is not nice to show others how proud you are of yourself," she would say. "They might resent you for it." Oh, my mother. Was I beginning to get cold feet? She said she nearly had a stroke when she heard about the accident. What if Sam really cracked me? I looked at Sam for comfort, and he was looking up at the sky, clearly not concerned with my well-being. "Not many stars tonight," Sam said, all of the sudden pointing, "but look, a shooting star. No, right there. Damn, you missed it. Beautiful." He started singing a song about love. It sounded like one my dad would listen to with my younger brother. Though mighty, Sam sang horrifically. "You've got too much to see kills the light," he sang. Is there something I don't see? No, I told myself. No, I will go through with this. I am choosing my fate. It is my will alone. It is what I deserve, to suffer, especially at Sam's hands. If I were him, I would relish squeezing the life from a wretched rat like me. We were standing on a big piece of grass, cut in a crisscross pattern by paths, surrounded by eerie old buildings. Sam made sure no one else was around. Then he told me I had to throw the first punch. And none of this chest bullshit. On the button. He stuck out his chin. It occurred to me that if I hit Sam in the face, it might actually hurt him. I realized then that I was crying. Each sob sucked my brain hard up against my skull. My sweat drying in the night air sobered me. I was shivering and I was repulsed by my own stench. Sam watched me convulse with a clinical disposition, then went on singing. Love, that's the way to live your life. Love, I thought. What a fantastical farce. A mere idea, like any other idea, a sharp schism from anything real. Love, from whom? Mom? Dad? Lainey? I could not tell you of my dismay to think of her in that moment. What of their love? What has it surmounted to? Words? Mere words? Where were they when I needed to be picked up from the hospital? Sam might have picked me up from the hospital. He seemed like that sort of guy. I really hoped he would enjoy hurting me. No one likes being in pain. I reluctantly agree with that internet clown I cannot bear to mention by name. Pain is the most undeniable form of truth. That is not what I love about fighting, however. It is the anticipation of pain being inflicted, the experience of my fate hanging in the balance. Never is my spirit, if I concede its existence, more livened. There is nothing, however, I hate worse than the idea of inflicting pain on others. I consider myself too good of a person to even imagine such a thing. I am extremely smart. Don't be fooled by the fact that I'm a nurse. I'm an exceptionally bright thinker, you see, by any reasonable standard, and I know I'm different than everyone else. At the highest level of analysis is where I think things through. That is how I care for others so well. I consider everything. Everyone around me serves as a puppet for whichever ism hooked them, but I have figured out how to think for myself. I remain in control of myself, a completely sacrificing self, in the name of the common good. Alas, no one, not one of you puppets, cares for my useless ideas, so I keep them in my head. They never stop. They are so aggravating, ultimately I know they must be meaningless. The way I have found to kill the ideas is to drown them in the anticipation of pain. I was dying for Sam to bring on the pain. But there, again, was that voice. Sam is going to make you hit him. You might hurt him, it crooned. You must think it is strange the way I talk to myself. Perhaps not. Perhaps you do it too. Most often when I really start rattling ideas around, I make myself sick. I'll feel physically sick, though I believe my illness is purely mental. My mother certainly believes this to be the case. Depression, anxiety, megalomania, paranoid schizophrenia, God knows what diagnosis her shrink would pin on me. You're sick. Go home appeared as a notion in my mind like a faint whisper. The voice echoed that I might be forced to hurt Sam in order to see myself harmed. Between sobs, I told Sam I couldn't hit him. No, you're going to land one clean shot, my friend. It's going to hurt you. Why? I cried. Why? Over and over again. Why? Why? You need to feel what it is to hurt someone else. Why? 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 It's going to be okay, man. We'll get through it. Trust me. We'll be fine. It's going to hurt you. I want to hit you, but I can't. I'm going to hurt you. Why? It's a punch, man. That's the point. If you knock me out then, well, c'est la vie. But you've got to throw the first punch. He was laughing at me. I'm going to be sick, I whined. Sam was in my face, yelling. Man, come on, don't puke. If we're going to do this, let's fucking do it. I've really got to get some sleep tonight. Seriously, quit being such a pussy and fucking hit me already. You know what a cuck is? The guys at the gym introduced me to the term. If there was ever a cuck, man, it would be fucking you. You know what? Your dad was probably a cuck too. You got a girlfriend? After we fight, you want me to come over? Sam was illustrating how exactly he would mutilate me if I let our dicks touch. But I wasn't listening because I heard my girlfriend, Lainey, moaning uncontrollably. No thanks to me. Never any thanks to me. I shuddered after her moaning abruptly disappeared. She must still love me. She is the only one. She wouldn't come out with me tonight. And she had promised. The text. I have virtually literal proof. Our first everything was together. I knew right then there was nobody else for me. She says I can't give her everything she needs. I try so hard to take care of her. Sam couldn't respect her. He would hurt her. But she would moan. There you fucking go. Get angry, yes. It's okay, my friend, let that shit fly. Come on. You still won't hit me? Pussy ass cuck bitch. Jesus, I'm laughing right in your fucking face. Have you no dignity, sir? Look at my eyes. You are worthless. Worthless. Feel how angry that makes you? Think that's true? You believe it's true. Poor fucking soul. Old inner bitch has you torn to bits, huh? At the time, although I could not recall its exact origin, the term inner bitch struck me as awfully familiar. Remember, punch through your target, not to it, Sam continued. Load up that back leg and snap. What's your fight name? Every fan knows their fight name. At that moment, the sprinklers came on. Sam was shadowboxing. I shivered while Sam yanked off his pullover and t-shirt as one. He rolled through the grass over his shoulder, popped to his feet, raised his paws and roared out into the night, then rolled over the other shoulder. Finally, he did a cartwheel through a sprinkler. Soaked through, dirty and bouncing, he called out again for my name. Stan, the hot dog man. Pierce, I said, my teeth clattering. My voice was hoarse from yelling. The thumping music from the bar still rang loudly in my head as the pressure from the throbbing increased. The moaning came back as well. Sam must not have heard. He was pacing in front of me, and he put his hand to his ear. I looked around for help. There was nobody, just Sam, some trees, and the crickets. The crickets kept chirping, and the pressure in my head built further along with the anticipation. You won't hurt him that bad, I thought to myself, but if you can hurt him, just enough to really piss him off. I snapped. With the last of my voice, I yelled, Stan, the hot dog man, Pierce. This will be his amateur debut, coming in with a record of no wins and no losses, weighing in at 155 pounds, standing at about, Sam looked me over, 5 feet 9 inches tall, fighting out of wherever, Stan the hot dog man Pierce. There's the intro. Fighters, if you wish to touch gloves, do so now. I was still crying when we bumped fists. He winked at me. Here we go. I stopped crying and bit my tongue on accident. His left foot was forward, his hands were down, his chin was out, and his mouth was smiling until it got hit. He stumbled backwards one step, caught himself, and stood upright. He spit out a bit of tooth and some blood. I was cradling my fist in my left hand at my waist. It was the hardest I'd ever hit somebody. Sam cocked back his hand, and I cowered, looking away and raising my arms in defense. He grabbed my wrist and pulled high in my armpit. Sam was laughing as we collapsed to the wet grass, his arm whipping from my armpit to my neck. An instant after we hit the ground, his legs bit into my body so tight that I shit myself. While the loose fecal matter shot down the inside of my thigh, I also detected Sam's instep, curling around the outside of my hamstring. An image of a boa constrictor, utilizing its whole body down to the tail to kill its prey, flashed to mind. Sam exhaled slowly and squeezed. My brain used its last remaining blood to register the smell of my own feces, the remaining dim light at the edge of my inscape flickering, and the cessation of pain.